Hey everyone, today we're diving into a hot topic. Should you buy a home or invest in the stock market for 30 years? The answer might surprise you. We're going to break it down with real data, long-term performance, and some numbers that might just change how you think about wealth building. Buying a house is often considered the American dream. Why rent when you can own, people say. But here's the thing. When you really zoom out, buying a house might not be the best investment, especially when you compare it to putting that money into the stock market over 30 years. Let's talk numbers. According to the Federal Housing Finance Agency, U.S. home prices increased by an average of about 4.4% per year from 1991 to 2021. That sounds decent, right? Now compare that to the S&P 500, which returned an average of 10.7% annually, including dividends, over that same period. If you had invested $100,000 in the S&P 500 in 1991 and reinvested dividends, you'd have around $2.3 million by 2021. Meanwhile, a $100,000 home purchased in 1991 would be worth around $360,000 today, not including maintenance, taxes, insurance, or interest. And that's where it gets more interesting. Let's break down some hidden costs of homeownership mortgage interest. On a $300,000 mortgage at 6%, you'd pay over $347,000 in interest over 30 years. Property taxes, easily 1 to 2% annually, which adds up to $150,000 or more over 30 years. Maintenance and repairs, estimated at 1 to 3% of home value per year, or another $150,000 to $250,000 over time. Insurance, homeowner's insurance adds $1,000 to $2,000 a year, another $30,000 to $60,000. All in, your $300,000 house may cost you $500,000 to $600,000 extra, not counting opportunity cost. And at the end your home might be worth $700,000. But how much did you really gain after all those expenses? Now compare that to investing in the stock market. No maintenance, no taxes, no roof leaks. Yes, there are down years, but historically, over a 30-year horizon, the stock market has never lost money. Let's say you invest $2,000 a month instead of buying a home and maintaining it. Over 30 years at 10% annual returns, you'd end up with around $4.1 million. Even at 8%, that's $2.7 million. Plus, stocks are liquid. Need cash? Sell some shares? Try doing that with a bathroom. Now some people say, but rent is throwing money away. Not necessarily. Renting often costs less than owning when you include taxes, interest, and upkeep. And if you invest the difference, you could come out way ahead. Also, while home equity grows, it's mostly locked up unless you refinance or sell. Investments can grow while being more flexible. So, what's the takeaway? Real estate isn't a bad investment, but it's not always the best one. If your goal is maximum wealth over 30 years, the stock market historically wins. It's less emotional, more flexible, and historically delivers higher returns, especially when you factor in all the hidden costs of owning a home. If you found this helpful, subscribe and drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you team stock market or team homeownership?